Good morning, students. So today we are going to do some numericals on time domain analysis that were there in our previous year's GATE numericals. So the very first numerical that I have chosen to do is this one. A second order system has the transfer function this Cs upon Rs has been given with Rt as unit step. Rt is given to be unit step. The response of Ct of the system is represented by A, B, C or D. You can see here that this is my underdamped response. If you clearly check here, this is my critically damped response, this one is my overdamped response, while this is my undamped response, and all these responses depend only on a single value, and that is your zeta, that is the damping value. So that means from my this transfer function I am going to calculate the value of zeta, and then knowing the value of zeta I will be able to take the right answer, that which one is my right answer. So if you just revise our previous work, you will come to know that when zeta is less than 1, that is called your underdamped, that is the A. So when zeta equals to 1 is called your critically damped. When zeta is equals to 0, you get your undamped response, while when the zeta value is greater than 1, then is your overdamped response. So let's check that your this transfer function has what value of zeta. So here I have written the same transfer function. I have calculated the value of omega n square from here, and now 2 zeta omega n from here. So I have got the value of zeta equals to 1. So that means my response should be critically damped, and that means it should be my B answer. So let's see which answer is there. So the correct answer is B. You all can see that this is my critically damped response. So now let's move on to our second numerical. So this is my second numerical, and this you people are given with the transfer function Hs of an RLC circuit as 10 raised to power 6 upon s square plus 20s plus 10 raised to power 6. Then the Q factor of this circuit is what? So here just check here, this is GATE 2004 numerical. I have written the same transfer function over here, and I have drawn the RLC circuit as well. So whenever there is RLC circuit, just take it as a series RLC circuit. I have taken V0 as well as Vi equation, and I have taken the Laplace transform of both. So here now I have divided Laplace of output to Laplace of input, and I have got my this as the final transfer function. So again you have to compare your this value with the standard second order system equation. So your omega n square is going to be 1 upon LC, and your 2 zeta omega n, your this C and C will cancel out. So let's put the values and find out. So here I have taken omega n as 1 upon under root LC, and my 2 zeta omega n equals to R upon L. So 2 zeta equals to omega n goes there, and so my 2 zeta value is coming out to be R under root of C by L. So now I have to calculate, because we have to find the Q factor. So we all should know what is the value of the Q factor for your RLC circuit. It is given as your omega n into L upon R. Basically it is omega L upon R. So this omega is actually the natural frequency. So now I am going to take my this L beneath your this thing. So this becomes my omega n R upon L as 2 zeta omega n. So let's put the value here. This omega n will become 2 zeta omega n, and this R by L I have replaced with 2 zeta omega n. So my this omega n will cancel out, and I will be getting 1 upon 2 zeta, right? So from here I can calculate the value of zeta and omega n. Here you can see that omega n square from this equation is coming out to be 10 raised to power 6, or omega n equals to 10 raised to power 3. Moreover, my 2 zeta omega n will be equal to 20. That makes zeta omega n to be 10, or my zeta to be 10 upon this omega n value will go there, that is 10 raised to power 3. So this cancels out, and this is 10 raised to power 2. So this becomes my 10 raised to power minus 2. So I am going to put it here. So this becomes my 2 into 10 raised to the power of minus 2. So this is going to give me the value of 50. So this is the value of my Q factor that is going to come from my this question. So here just, so B is the right answer and that is coming out to be 50. So now let's come on to your next numerical. So this is our next numerical. You people are given with the circuit diagram and you people are told to find out the transfer function V0 by VIT taking all initial conditions to be 0. So let's draw this circuit and find out the transfer function first. So I have drawn the same circuit here and I have derived the value of V0 upon Vi. So the transfer function as was there in the previous case, same transfer function is here. So now I am going to put the values here. So let's first calculate the value of 1 upon LC. So my first this LC will come out to be, L is 10 millihenries, that is your 10 raised to the power of minus 3. Then is your C, that is 100 microfarads, that means 100 into 10 raised to the power of minus 6. So my this 10 into 100 will be 1000. So my this whole thing will get cancelled out because this is 10 raised to the power 3 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 will get cancelled out and I am left with 10 raised to the power minus 6. So that is 1 upon this. We have to put the value. So I am only putting the value of what we have just calculated. So this will be s square plus, and here it will be 1 upon 10 raised to the power minus 6. So now I am going to calculate the value of R upon L. So the value of R upon L will be, this is 10 kilo ohms. So that means 10 into 10 raised to the power of 3 divided by my this L, that is 10 millihenries, that is 10 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3. So this cancels out and I am again left with my 10 raised to the power of 6 because this will go up and this will be positive. So here it will be 10 raised to the power 6. So here I am going to put my this value. Now your this thing will become 10 raised to the power 6 when it will go in the numerator, positive 6, this also positive 6. So just let's write it again. This is 10 raised to the power 6 divided by s square plus 10 raised to the power 6s plus 10 raised to the power of 6. So let's find out what's the answer. So the answer is D. You can see here this is 10 raised to the power 6, s square 10 raised to the power 6s, 10 raised to the power 6s. That is the same as our this answer. So now we come on to our next gate numerical, that is of 2006. The unit step response of a system starting from rest is given by Ct equals to 1 minus e raised to the power of minus 2t. For t greater than equal to 0, the transfer function of the system is what? So let's calculate it here. So I have just written the same thing here, Ct as 1 minus e raised to the power minus 2t, and I have just taken out the Laplace transform of this function. So I will be taking out the LCM now. So this will be s into s plus 2 here. So here it will be s plus 2 and here it will be minus s. So it will be 2 upon s into s plus 2. But if you just check out that my unit step means RT equals to 1 or RS equals to 1 upon s. So that means I can write my this 1 upon s as RS. So I can write as RS into 2 upon s plus 2 because we have to calculate the transfer function. So in the next step I can just take it towards this side to get my complete transfer function as 2 upon s plus 2. So this is the answer that is coming out. So let's check. So answer is B, that is 2 upon 2 plus s, right? So now we come on to your next numerical. Group 1 lists a set of 4 transfer functions. Group 2 gives a list of possible step responses yt. Match the step response with the corresponding transfer functions. So whenever you are going to find out such kind of graphs, what you have to do is you have to, from these transfer functions, you have to calculate the value of zeta in each case. So that means you are going to get 4 values of zeta, and depending on the value of zeta you are going to point out that your this group is going to match with which one. So it will be like, the answers will be like this, in this form. So now the very first thing that we are going to do is to calculate the zetas in each case, and then we are going to mark everything. Like this is your critically damped response, so this will be for zeta equals to 1. This is your underdamped, so zeta less than 1. This is your undamped for zeta equals to 0, and this is your zeta greater than 1. So we are going to find out the values, and then we are going to match each one with the corresponding transfer function. So now I have written all the transfer functions, and then I have calculated the corresponding value of zeta in every case. Here you can find there is no s term here, so that means 2 zeta omega n term is equals to 0, so that gives me zeta equals to 0. Similarly here I have calculated omega n first, that is coming out to be 6. Then 2 zeta omega n will be equal to 20, that gives me the value of zeta as 1.6. Similarly here the value of zeta is coming out to be 1. And here the zeta's value is coming out to be 0.5. So as we know, when zeta equals to 0, that the response becomes undamped, and the undamped response corresponds to our third option. So I have written here P with 3. So next is our zeta greater than 1, that is overdamped. So this is for our fourth option. So Q goes with 4. Similarly, for your zeta greater than 1, that is your value is coming out to be 1.6. Your this value goes with your next option. So zeta equals to 1. So here your this option will match with your first one, because first one is your critically damped here. So similarly the last one, that is zeta less than 1, that is the underdamped response. So that goes with your second option. So let's find out whether this is correct or not. So the answer is coming out to be D, that is P with 3, Q with 4, and R with R1 and S with 2. So here you can see S2, R1, Q4, P3. So this is our correct answer. So now we come on to your this numerical, that is assuming 0 initial conditions, the response yt of the system given below for a unit step input will be what? So you have to find the value of ut from here. So let's first draw it and then calculate the value of ut, because this is in S domain. So now I have drawn the same block here, and my this ys upon us will be equal to 1 upon s. Now I have been given that your us is equal to unit step. So we know that your this ys will be equal to what? us into 1 upon s. So you know the value of us, that is equal to 1 upon s into 1 upon s. This is going to become your 1 upon s square, right? So now you have to calculate the value of your, this is my ys, so I have to calculate the value of yt. So whenever your yt is there, so that means you have to take the inverse Laplace transform of 1 upon s square. So this is always given by t, and your ut, because that is equal to 1, can be written like this here. So this becomes your t into ut. So let's find out what's the answer. So here just check out. So answer is B, that is t into ut, that we just calculated. So this one is our next numerical. The transfer function v2 by v1 of the circuit shown in this will be what from these options. So again we are going to perform the same thing. I have drawn the circuit here, and I will be calculating v2 upon v1 transfer function. So v2 by v1 will come out to be this one after solving it, right? So now we have to only put the numerical values of R, C2, C1. C1 I have taken this one, while C2 is this one. So now we have put the values of your C1, C2, R here. So here I have just taken this S common from here, because this is S and S square here. So I have taken S common, so I have got my this thing here. So now I have put the values, and now we will be cutting the common things. Like my this thing becomes 10 raised to power 4, 5, 6. So this my whole positive 6, 10 raised to power 6, and this will get cancelled out. Similarly here it will be my these two zeros will cut, and here it will be minus 4 here. So now here it will be my this 2 zeros, 3 zeros, and 3 makes it to be 6. So all these will cancel out with this, and my this will make it to be minus 4. So 10 raised to power minus 4 is common over here also and here also. So now I am going to take this out. Moreover, your this s gets cancelled with this s. So now I am left with my this 100 into 10 raised to power of minus 6 divided by this 10 raised to power minus 4 I am taking out. So here I am only left with in the numerator is with s plus 1. So s plus 1 here divided by, here you can see that my this 10 raised to power minus 4 is out, so I am left with my this 2 only. So here it will be 2, and here this 10 raised to power minus 4 has also gone out, so only s is left here. So here you can see that I can cancel out this becomes minus 2 and this positive 2, and this will cancel out. So my transfer function will be s plus 1 upon s plus 2. So let's check out the answer here. So answer is D, that is s plus 1 upon s plus 2. So another gate numerical says if unity feedback system has a forward path transfer function of gs equals to this thing, find the value of k if zeta is given to be 0.25. So whenever you are given with such type of system, you always have to go for the characteristic equation, that is 1 plus gs hs. So hs is 1 because unity feedback is there, so hs makes it to be 1. We have put the value of gs here, so my characteristic equation becomes this thing. So now I am going to compare it with my general characteristic equation. So from that I will come to know that omega n square will be equal to the value of k. So now I have to find the value of omega n from here because zeta has been given to me. So my this 2 zeta omega n will be equal to 10. This makes it to be 5. So that means omega n will be equal to 5 upon 0.25. So 5 upon 0.25 will make it to be omega n will be 20. So now I am going to put the value here. So my this k will be equal to 20 square. That is, the answer will be 400. That's it. So now we come on to your this numerical in which we have to find the value of j, k and f. Second order system has been given to you, and now the trick here is that you are not being given with the open loop transfer function. So we have to find out the values of j, k and f. You are given with 3 unknowns and 3 knowns, that is MP has been given to you, TP has been given to you, as well as ESS has been given to you. Moreover, a step input of 10 Newton meter has been applied because this torque is in Newton meter, so that means your torque has been given to you. So we have to go for your this numerical now. So now I have put the very first equation that is being given as MP equals to 6%. So taking natural log here, so I have got the value as minus 2.81 here. So I am going to put the value here, minus 2.81 divided by 3.147 equals to zeta upon under root of 1 minus zeta square. Here minus will get cancelled out, and from here when I will be calculating it after squaring both sides, I am going to get the value of zeta as 0.667. right? So now I am going to go for my second thing that I am been given, that is TP equals to 1. So TP equals to 1 means pi upon omega n under root of 1 minus zeta square. That means I am going to put the value here, 0.667 here. Now this thing is my equal to 1. So now I am going to calculate the value of omega n from here. So this square becomes 0.44, 1 minus 0.44, and the under root will give me this value, and dividing I am going to get my this value. So I have got the value of omega n as well. So now I am going to put my third condition, and that is of your steady state error ESS. So now we come back to here. So ESS value has been given us to 0.5. I have just applied the formula of ESS, that is S into RS upon 1 plus GSHS. I have been provided that RS is step of 10 Newton meter has been applied. So your step of 10 Newton meter becomes 10 upon S in your Laplace domain. So now the thing that you should take care of is that you people are given with the complete transfer function. That is Q naught upon T, and this is the whole transfer function you are given with, not the open loop transfer function as we did for your ESS, but just check out your this equation. And now we proceed for your closed loop equation. Just check here. Can you see that your these two equations are the same? So that means if you people are given with the closed loop response, that is Cs upon Rs, then you need only your this denominator equation, and you can directly put your denominator equation here in this part. So let's put out the values here. So my this thing becomes 0.5 equals to limit s approaches to 0, s multiplied by this 10 upon s into 1 upon 1 plus gshs ki jagah you are going to write your this whole thing js square plus fs plus k. So this becomes js square plus fs plus k here. So your this s and s cancels out. Now apply your s approaches to 0. This becomes 0, this becomes 0, and you are left with your 10 upon k. So your 10 upon k is equals to 0.5. This implies your k will be equal to 10 upon 0.5. So that gives you the value of 20. Right? So your first value has come out to be 20. So now we are going to find out our other values. So now I have taken the characteristic equation, I have taken it in its general form and then compared it with omega n square, this equation, this part, sorry. So omega n square comes out to be k upon j. K's value we have just calculated as 20. So I have put the values here. So now we are going to calculate the value of j. So my this j will become equal to, j will go there and this will go down. So 4.21 into 4.21 comes out to be 17.7. So this makes out to be 17.72 here. So this gives me the value of 20 divided by 17.72 will give me 1.12. So my next value that is come out is my j, that is 1.12. So now using your this zeta equation, we are going to calculate the value of this f. So now from this equation 2 zeta omega n is coming out to be f upon j. So your this f, keeping it this side only and taking j towards this side, will be all in numerator. So putting the values here and now calculating the value, this is going to provide me the value of 6.34. So this is my final answers. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.